Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of a Chinese economic stumble, one they can't avoid reporting. But first up today, we should note that Fed boss Powell was speaking and said that the 3 American inflation readings in the June quarter do add somewhat to confidence that the pace of price increases are returning to the Fed's target in a sustainable fashion. They were remarks that suggest interest rate cuts may not be far off for them. In India, goods exports in June were little changed from a year ago at a modest $35 billion, up 2.6% from the same month in 2023. Services exports, though, rose 8.9%. Services exports are about the same value now as for goods in India. And China's economy faltered in the second quarter, keeping alive expectations Beijing will need to unleash even more stimulus. Despite expectations that the party discipline would press China's second quarter GDP result to the party's target, in fact they published a much lower than expected growth result. The Chinese economy expanded 4.7% in the second quarter from the same period in 2023, missing market forecasts and their target of 5.1%, and slowing from 5.3% in the first quarter. It was the weakest yearly advance since the first quarter of 2023 and comes amid their persistent property downturn, weak domestic demand, a falling currency and trade frictions with the West. It also comes on the opening days of the party's third plenum, a huge set piece of Chinese policy making. Real reform there is not anticipated, however. Underscoring the real estate industry problems, China said new dwelling sales were 25% lower in June than a year ago. New house prices fell 4.5% year on year in June. Some cities are now recording 12% sales price falls. And China reported that electricity production rose just 2.3% in June from a year ago. This is a crude but maybe a better indicator of growth than the official GDP data. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.22% and up 3 basis points from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today up $12 at $2,422 an ounce. And oil prices are down 50 US cents at just on 81.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just under 84.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today sharply lower at 60.8 US cents and down nearly 0.5 cent. Against the Aussie, we're down to 90 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're down to 55.8 euro cents. That all means our trade weighted index starts today at 69.5 and down 40 basis points from this time yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.